Good day, everyone. I thought today we'd do another fun outing while we still have the opportunity to go out and explore. And today we are going to head to a place called Scenic Roots, which is a garden center I love to go to, one of the many garden centers I like to go to. And I also sometimes buy chicken, quail feed, beddings, things like that as well. And I do like to try to spread around what little bit of money I have to local places. And as I do need to get more bulbs for Christmas, I haven't actually planted my paperweights or my amaryllis yet, and it's kind of late. But I want to get a few more because I do like to add a few to my collection each year, and I prefer to purchase them from local places. So I thought today would be fun to do a nice quick little jaunt down 6A, and we can see if they have any cute Christmas decorations. The place is somewhat small, but I'm sure they have some Christmas things set up, and I really feel like we need to support local places, particularly now. And so yeah, let's hop in the car, head down 6A, and get some paperweights, amaryllis, and look at Christmas decorations. All right, let's get started. And off we go, and I figured I'd record a bit of our drive. A little overcast, but you can still see some of the leaves are still holding on, though many have fallen. But the bright yellows are really pretty in amongst the bare branches, and the orange leaves mingled with the evergreens. I just think it's pretty. I really do love to drive down 6A. I love how it's interspersed with old businesses as well as homes. And then you come to Salt Marsh, and you can get views of the ocean, just depending on where you are. And yes, I think it's a fun drive. Oh, and this is a pretty old Victorian house. I always thought this was lovely with the stone wall out front. And they're right next to a beautiful cranberry bog, which unfortunately I missed filming the harvest, but I will film that next autumn. And then another thing I want to show you is this is Titcomb's Books, which is a sandwich institution. So I want to take us there one day. It's an amazing old house as well as the bookstore, and if you notice the little gentleman statue out front in the red coat, which some people call Ben Franklin, but he's technically not Ben Franklin. He was built in 1973 out of metal from Ted Titcomb, who was the son of the owners of this bookshop, and it is a sandwich institution. And it's funny, actually in 2011 he got hit by a car, and that summer they had a fun sort of celebration where they had him repainted and fixed him up. So yes, the Titcomb's Book has been a sandwich institution for years, so we need to go there one day. All right, let's head off to Scenic Roots. Well, here we are at Scenic Roots, and you can see it has a large outdoor area for plants, which is empty now, but we'll soon have Christmas trees in. So here's the sign on 6A, which I thought I would share, and the lovely locust trees look so beautiful with the leaves off and their curled, gnarled branches against the dark autumn sky. So let's head in. Now, of course, it's early, so there's still pumpkins and things out. And although they are getting ready for Christmas, it is still technically autumn. And they're trying to do events as well, as many small businesses are really trying to hold on during our funny new world that we all live in. But let's go in and see what we can find for fun Christmas things. So I'm trying to get better with camera. I do have my gimbal today, so and I have slowed it down a bit, so hopefully it won't be too fast. But here we see a nice assortment of various houseplants. Some rosemary. I love that urn. Or in the air plant. Oh, these sweet. I didn't get one this time, but you'll see a few of them. The sweet little felted snowmen, and the air plants are always sweet. I forgot I was going to get an air plant for a Christmas tree, so maybe I'll go back and get one of those darling felted snowmen and some air plants. And here we see, I love this wall, the way they laid it out. They just took old pallets and made the pallet as the background for their decorations. They had some sweet little wooden, like the wooden sleigh, and some galvanized watering cans. I thought this was sweet. The skis with the little ski booties on. Those are really sweet. I also like the container, the display container, the red, with a little, that would be great to have to keep bulbs and things sorted at home. And various little Christmas deco up. Oh, this is sweet. I'll get a closer shot of that later, but I love this red advent calendar. It's a great way to like put little gifts and things in. And another view, again, hoping I'm not moving too quickly. And you can see the little gnomes. This year gnomes are so popular. But they had sweet little gnomes at the top of the decorations over the window. And there's another one of those felted snowmen, which I really think I'm going to go back and get one of those. More houseplants. And then as you see here, To the right are products from Crow Farm, but let's look at these things first. So we have houseplants and this sweet felted snowman. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's only $8.99. I think I am going to go back and get one of those darling felted snowmen. It might be sweet at Old King's this year. And I thought these were really pretty. The green wine bottles that were sliced with succulents in, those are really sweet. And other houseplants, little potions and unguents and things. I thought the packaging was pretty. Oh yes, here are the things from Crow Farm. And Crow Farm is also a sandwich institution. I'll take you there. They're not really open now, but they have orchards. They sell plants, locally grown things from their farm, and they have bees and things, so they have local honey. And this was the assortment of amaryllis. I was going to get one of these, the Aphrodite, but I ended up choosing a different variety. But I basically filmed this to remind myself that I may go back and get this particular color. I really like that with just the hint of the pinkish red inside. And here are the other color varieties. Hope I'm not going too quickly. And I had not seen this one before. Oh, I liked the green ones as well. But I had not seen this variety before, the small flowering version here. So, what is it, La Paz? So I think we'll try one of those. And another little view of the shop. Here are more amaryllis. And in the corner is the bird feed and that type of product and birdhouses. Oh, and then this was their beautiful little whiskey barrel of paperwhites, which I got a nice collection of. You can never have enough paperwhites. I'm one of the people who love the smell of paperwhites. Some people don't like it. And just other sweet sort of seaside items they have for sale. Little embroidered towels and bags. Little signs that say sandwich or Merry Christmas. That's a sweet little birdhouse. I hadn't noticed that until now with the double roof line. I think that's really cute. The little wooden painted Santa. And then over here are bird feeders, bird houses, suet, bird feed. There's a whole section for hummingbirds. And then this section here, I do actually get, between this place, which is Scenic Roots, and one other place I'll take you to on another vlog, I usually buy my mixed bird seeds because they mix their own varieties here. So I've tried a few different of their mixes to see which our songbirds and shorebirds seem to like here. Because I do notice sometimes the shorebirds will eat the seeds that fall. Oh yes, this is a better shot of this little wooden and galvanized roofed advent calendar, which is just like a hanging bit of just decorative things. You can see it's labeled for the days of the advent calendar. I thought 35 wasn't too bad. And you could put sweet things in. Now what I would love for this is to do one year 25 bulbs or 25 packets of seeds, and then for each of the days of the advent calendar we could plant those seeds. That actually might be fun to do this year, even if I don't buy that. And just various pots and things. I thought this would be a really cute display for plants. It didn't have glass in, but then you could sort of let the plants, ivy and things kind of grow through it. Be kind of pretty out in the garden. And these little, these sweet, they look like giant egg cups, would be really cute to put succulents in. Or a fern, so it looks like her hair, I suppose. And blue and white pots, and pretty green. And these are all, of course, just basic. They're not antique or anything, just mass-produced pots. And more houseplants, which it's always so nice to see houseplants any time of the year. But this time of the year, it's nice to have the greenery around you. And you can see in the distance some more of the gnomes sitting up on their display. So we'll come along here. Oh, that's really pretty too, the vase that looks like a pineapple, and then you could have that type of a plant on the top. And here is the advent calendar again with a sweet little dowel ornament in, which of course I was attracted to. Oh, I forgot they have the amaryllis. I want to try the amaryllis that you don't plant. It just has the coating around the outside. So I do need to go back, I think. And those ones are really sweet. The gnomes with the gray, long gray legs. Oh, and they have little bits of sort of antiques, or not really antiques, but vintage things. These two leather suitcases were really pretty. See, all kinds of like old tins and that bamboo shelf, just odds and ends for sale. I thought these were priced really well. This top suitcase was only $16, and this one was $32, and I love using suitcase as end tables or decorative things, but I have so many of these old suitcases in our sail lofts in the boathouse, just from old relatives, that I don't really need anymore. And I thought the sweet little rooster mold, the jelly mold, was really cute. I think I have one of those somewhere though, but I think that would be cute to have in the boathouse kitchen when we get to that. And other little odds and ends, the little wooden shoehorns. I thought this would have been cute to put paperweights in, because I think I'm going to be doing some more galvanized with the natural things for doing Old King's deco this year. And baskets. Now that basket is $10, but that's the type of thing you probably would get at a yard sale for a nickel. But some of the other things I thought were priced fairly well. This pretty tall painted plates or trays were really pretty. This was, I flipped the tag, but it's $18. And they had this tree decorated with the big pine cones underneath and more of the felted snowmen. I don't know why I didn't buy one of those felted snowmen, but you know, it'll give me an excuse to go back. And of course, because we do live by the seaside, there are always seaside deco and other, whether you use it for holidays like this and made out of driftwood and cut out of old wood, or if you use it year-round. And they have other little bits and bobs and baubles, seashells and things like that, but I usually don't buy that type of thing just because I find them on our shore. And I thought the pretty blues were really nice. And the use of the rope was nice. I don't know why I haven't thought of that, but when we do nautical tree, I should think about that. And just little picks, silver and pine cones with glitter. I usually do my own pine cones. And of course, whenever I come to garden centers, I always look at the seeds, because I'm usually always adding to my seed supply, because pretty soon I'm going to be cleaning out my little pop-up plastic greenhouse and getting ready to start planting winter lettuces and kales and things, because I like to try to keep those growing through the winter as much as possible. So, and here's another kind of a quick scan of the shop with the cute decorative items. Oh yes, and I wanted to show this. These are our local cranberries, which of course were just harvested, you know, maybe half a mile up the road at one of the cranberry bogs. So it's easy to get our local cranberries, which I always buy our local cranberries and cook those for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And sometimes I like to just make like a low sugar jam spread out of cranberries. I really like them. And let's get a couple of handfuls of paperweights and put our purchases on the counter, and then we can head on home. I think it's been a fun day out. And home again, jiggity jig. And the sun is starting to come out as well, which is lovely. It's nice to see it on the sea after our day's outing on 6A. And the tide is coming in. And the bittersweet is looking lovely for now. All right, let's go inside and close out today's video. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little jaunt today. I think it was fun, and we got an amaryllis and we got some paperweights, and I even got a sweet little decoration to add to. Now this would normally go on the bird tree, but I'm actually thinking about combining the bird tree and the animal tree this year, just because I might need to steal a tree from here to put at Old King's, since this year I get to decorate Old King's and Bunny Hall, as normally Old King's would be let for the Christmas holidays, but not this year. So this year we're having fun and decorating it. So I might need to steal that tree for that. But so I got a sweet little woodland owl ornament, and I have some paperweights. I only bought one amaryllis, and that's because they were $16.99 a piece. And as I said, I don't have that much to spread around, so I just bought more, a few other things. And I did, but the one I chose though I really like, because I've never grown this variety before. It's smaller and it has such multi-bloom, so I'll try to get this, I'll try to put this up on the, maybe I'll try to put it here or there, the tags. You can see how it will bloom. It looks like it may be sort of greens and peachy reds. I think it might be an interesting one to add to the collection. But I hope you enjoyed today's outing. And again, I do feel like it's important for me to support local businesses, particularly now because so many places are finding it hard to stay open. So, and I'm not sure how long things are going to be allowed to be open, so as much as I can, I want to support. And luckily I'm an early riser, so I go early in the morning, and basically I have the stores to myself because there's no other customers, which also makes you feel sad for the business as well. But that's neither here nor there. And I just feel like it's important to go to as many local places as we can. And particularly since I went to Christmas tree shops and purchased things, I feel like that makes me want to even more spend equal or greater amount on local places. Now this garden center is really fun to go to, and in the summer I do get a lot of plants from there. And then there's another place I also buy chicken feed and quail feed and bird seed, things like that, which I'll probably take us on there to a journey as well, because that's also a fun spot. That's in West Barnstable, which is the village I took you to the other day when we went to the Cancer Thrift. All right, well, that's enough chit chat for me, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed today's outing. I think it was fun, and I do like taking our drives, so you people do seem to enjoy it. However, again, when I drove, it was it's sunny as I'm editing this, but when I drove it was raining, so the leaves probably aren't as bright as they could have been when the sun was shining, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Well, that's going to do it for us today. I will see you later today in the chats, and I will see you on my premiere Sunday at 1 p.m. if you can make it, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if not, then I will see you, for those of you who do join the Chateau Lalande chats and Dan's chats, I will see you there. And for any of my subscribers, which I actually realize I do have a few who don't know what Chateau Diaries are, you need to check out Chateau Diaries because it's wonderful, and you can also chat with all of us there. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. And remember, stay creative.